The Western and Atlantic Railroad connecting Atlanta to Chattanooga was completed in 1850. The railroad's Dalton Depot, built about the same time, became an important factor in the area's economic development. Hotels and other businesses sprang up near the tracks, all of which contributed to a population surge that reached 2,400 within 10 years. The Western and Atlantic not only fueled Dalton's growth, it also connected this young city to the rest of the United States through the telegraph. Wherever the railroad went, so too went telegraph wires, thus establishing the nation's first electric communications network. These factors helped explain why Dalton and other towns along the railroad became strategic targets during the Civil War. In April 1862, Dalton witnessed the famous Great Locomotive Chase firsthand as the General and the Texas rumbled through town. A telegram from Dalton's W&A depot warned authorities in Chattanooga of the high-speed approach. Later that year, part of the depot was used to stockpile ammunition for the Confederate Army. Meanwhile, freight trains, troop trains, and passenger trains ran up and down the tracks with regularity. After Union forces occupied the Dalton area in May 1864, the U.S. Army built a fort to protect the depot on a hill just across the tracks. Later that year, this fort was the scene of the only combat in Georgia between Confederate forces and Union African-American troops. Following the Civil War, Dalton's W&A depot continued to serve rail traffic until after World War II, when it was finally abandoned. Fortunately, the city of Dalton purchased the property in 1978 and restored the depot shortly thereafter. It's one of only 4 surviving Western and Atlantic Railroad depots, and it now houses the Dalton Depot Restaurant. Dalton's Western and Atlantic Railroad Depot is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It's open 7 days a week. Restaurant employees are happy to show visitors around. For directions and additional information, visit the Dalton Convention and Visitors Bureau website, www.visitdaltonga.com. This video is a production of the Dalton Civil War 150th Commission.